Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, and good afternoon to all of my viewers on Facebook today. Today is my fifth series session of recent update about COVID-19 and our real estate market. And what I have been doing in the past, I have been bringing some experts from different fields where I can get their expert opinion as well on how the things are going on the current market and what are the things which are going to be affecting the next coming days and next coming weeks and months. Today, I know everybody will be seeing a great change in the weather, and yesterday was a wonderful day. Today is another great day, and after a long wait, today I like to introduce that I have with me a great friend of mine, great friend of community, and a great leader of our Brampton West, Mr. Amarjot Sandhu, who is a member provincial parliament. And I also have Mr. Zafar Ahmed, who is a mortgage advisor with CIBC. He will be our moderator as well, who can help me in monitoring our Facebook questions. I'd like to introduce, to start with our great leader of the community in Brampton West. He will give us some details what government of Ontario has taken initiatives to support the economy, because my belief is all this economic strength and economic fueling by the government will keep us on track and will make sure that our economy is strong. And as soon as these lockdowns are opening, and you know that they are one by one opening, we will be getting back to normal life and things will be better. So I'd like to introduce Amarjotji. Welcome to our Facebook Live series.
Thank you so much, Mansoorji. Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sat sri akal, and good afternoon to everyone watching this live conversation. And thank you for the kind words and for your inspired leadership in the community. You're not keeping the community informed about the updates in the real estate sector, but also keeping the community informed about the work of all three levels of government and what all levels of government are doing to support Ontarians. So thank you for all the great work you're doing to support our community.
Thank you, Amarjotji. Would you like to share some of the great stuff our Ontario government is doing? I know that recently government has done so much good stuff for the truck drivers, and they have given a pay help for the first line heroes. Would you like to share some of those informations?
Yes, absolutely, Mansoor. Ever since this pandemic has started, our government of Ontario has acted swiftly and first of all, announced the action plan in response to COVID-19 and for supporting our Ontarians. And through this action plan, government is spending $17 billion to ensure that our healthcare system, our businesses, and our economy are positioned to face the challenges ahead. And not only that, through this investment, government is spending $7 billion to support our healthcare system and a direct relief to people and jobs, and also $10 billion support to help our businesses through tax relief and other type of tax deferrals, to maintain their cash flow and for protecting the jobs. So this is one of the main investment government has made, $17 billion. Also, along with that, government is investing $75 million, to support our low-income seniors. Low-income seniors are the ones who build our great country. So government is helping the seniors by investing 75 million, and a lot of low-income seniors, 194,000 low-income seniors, will take advantage of that program. That is Ontario Guaranteed Annual Income program. So government is doubling the amount of $166 per month for individuals and $332 for couples for 6 months, and that has been already started in the month of April. Also, the government is supporting our students, Ontario students, by deferring the OSAP tax payments, loan payments, so the students don't have to pay any loan payments or interest for 6 months. So this is also the great relief for Ontario students who are struggling in this challenging time. Also, the government, the one of another investment government is making to make our electricity prices affordable for our businesses, for residential, for farms. Businesses are going through the tough time. So government is supporting, and a lot of people are staying home these days, and they're consuming a lot of electricity. So government has switched the electricity prices to off-peak hours for 24 hours a day for 2 months. This is another big relief given by the government of Ontario. Another big relief is supporting our businesses. So government is in collaboration with the federal government, helping our businesses through a rent relief program, and a lot of tenants and a lot of landlords are taking advantage of that program. Government will be helping the landlords and tenants, and they will be covering the 50% of their rent, and landlord has to pitch in 25%, and tenants has to pitch in 25% of that payment. So a lot of people are taking advantage of that program, and there are a lot of other investments. As you mentioned, for truck drivers, government, truck drivers are facing problems in the beginning. That a lot of businesses were not allowing the truck drivers to use their facilities, whether it's washroom or other facilities. So government has through the main drive through, they can get access to the drive through if they want to get the coffee or something. And government has also put 32 portable washrooms for truck drivers. And recently we launched a 511 app for truck drivers, so they can get a lot of updates, whether it's a road closures, construction, or other collisions on the highway. So truck drivers will get alerts on that app, and it's a hands-free app. You can get alerts whether connected to the hands-free device, so you can concentrate on the driving. So there are a lot of other investment, Mansoorji, that government has made. This is a challenging time for the communities, for businesses, challenging time for everyone, and everyone is coming together to tackle this COVID-19 and this crisis.
So thank you very much for giving us this update. And I know, and I have been, discussing with my viewers as well in the previous programs as well, that I always appreciate both levels of governments are doing excellent job in making sure that all the residents in our Ontario and in Canada are in safe hands, and financially especially, and also with the health part of view, that they are trying their best. Would you like to share, Amarjot, what are the plans and how we are proceeding for our opening? I know a lot of information is coming out that we are planning to reopen, and would you like to share what are the reopening plans?
Very good question, Mansoori. Throughout this unfolding pandemic, our government is working very closely with public health officials and public. And, as Premier always say, that 14.5 million Ontarians have been working very hard from last 2 months, following government's advice, following the advice of public health officials. And most of the people following the social distancing rules, and people self-isolating themselves if they have any symptoms of COVID-19, or if they have traveled from outside the country. And we have worked very closely with the public health officials from last 2 months, and now we're seeing the decline in the cases. The cases are going down, and almost 85% of the cases in Ontario have been resolved now. So only 15% cases are active, and government is monitoring the situation very closely every day. And as the number continues to go down, government is preparing themselves to reopen the economy, and government is doing that in a very responsible way. Government is not in a hurry, because as I mentioned, that all the Ontarians are working very hard from last 2 months. So government wants to do it in a responsible way. So we are doing it in stage three. So three stages actually. So government will be opening the economy in three stages. First of the stage is stage one, and government already announced, the how many businesses will be opened in stage one. So stage one will be starting from May 19th, that is Monday onwards. So most of the businesses, all the construction will resume Monday onwards. Most of the retail stores that have a street side entrance, that will be opened, and all the businesses that follow health and safety guidelines, that will be allowed to open as well. Golf course, marinas, private parks, campgrounds, and some other businesses that will be open as well. So government is doing it in a responsible way, also monitoring the situation very closely. And in the coming days, you will see that more announcements, as we see the number of cases go down. We'll see more announcements, and then more businesses will open from next week onwards.
So thank you very much, Amarjot ji, and I'll definitely share your office link you have posted on your Facebook as well. I'll definitely share with everybody on my Facebook and this event at the later few minutes, where anyone who is interested in getting more updates, you feel free to contact Amarjot ji's office or their website he has created. Once again, thank you very much, Amarjot ji. I know that you have to attend another meeting, and I promise you I won't keep you long, and I we'll just utilize your best, whatever best we can get in these 15 minutes. So thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining my viewers today. Thanks a lot, Amarjotji.
Thank you, Mansoorji. Thank you so much for having me. And as you mentioned that we have created a website, and this website has all the information and all the programs, whether it's a rent relief program, all the support given by the government. So you can go to that website. It's covidsupports.ca /Brampton West. It's a very good website. We have all the information in that website, whether it's a federal program, provincial program, or the municipal programs. So you can take advantage from that website and you can get more information. Once again, thank you so much for having me and thank you for all the great work you're doing.
Thanks a lot for taking time out of your schedule. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mansoor. You too.
Thank you, Ji. So once again, I'm very much impressed by hearing all the great stuff our governments are doing. And today we were discussing what our provincial government or Ontario government is doing. I would like to share in a second that page which Amarjot ji was just discussing. That's another great information which I like to share with everybody. So you can see anyone who has any question, feel free to go and log into those websites and log into his information. Let me just see if I can find. If not, then I'll definitely post with this page at a later time. So now I will request Mr. Zafar Ahmed to please join us, and let me just bring and join us with our viewers. Welcome, Zafar Ahmed. Thank you very much again for helping me and helping our viewers in hosting and also staying as a co-host. Do you see so far we got any question? I know Amarjot ji had to leave, but definitely we will answer those questions one by one on Facebook. But in the meantime, before we answer those questions, because he's not available right now to answer them, do you see any question right now I can answer?
There were actually a couple questions that they weren't on Facebook, but it did come through my text messages.
Okay.
One was a lot of people concerned about schooling. Well, one of our students will be going back as public school will be reopening. And there was another one from our friend Zahid Rajput. He was wondering, for seniors, do they have to apply or it will automatically be, the income will be automatically there for the new?
Again, I'm not the representative of Ontario government, but the information I have, because I have also senior in my house, we received a letter from Government of Ontario that they will be doubling up. Nothing has to be done. Nobody need to apply. Automatically, when they see their payments, they will see those increased payments coming to their accounts, or check if they are not having direct deposit. As a school, what I personally know, again, I'm not representative of any school board or any institution, but the information I have from me being involved in different school activities, that looks like, which is my guess again, that until May end, the schools are not open. So I don't see the school will be opening by end of even June. So that's my personal observation or personal thoughts. That looks like the school will be opening in next year. So this is why what I have done, if you notice and if you see and follow my Facebook page, I have started to give back to the community. And I'm starting today after this Facebook Live at 1 o'clock, grade 9 and 10 mathematics. The reason I'm doing this one is, like, as you know, that I have done my master's in mathematics and I try to give back to the community. I know a lot of students are getting a lot of support from the schools, but there are still some area where we can also support and help our education system, and especially those who are having challenges in mathematics. I know a lot of people talk about mathematics as a difficult subject and kids are having challenges. So I thought, okay, the knowledge God has provided me, I'll definitely share and try my best to help all the students who are in grade 9 and 10, even the students currently in grade 8, they can utilize that in grade right now during this summer vacation time. And once their session start, they will have some background about the grade 9 and grade 9 mathematics, and obviously grade 10. So for the schools, as I mentioned, I personally don't see that they will be opening up soon or before September. And for the seniors, I personally know from the information I receive in my house, government has written a letters to everybody that they don't need to do anything. It will be automatically. Yes, Safar.
And just to clarify, it's 100% free. Your classes that are
Yes.
there, it's volunteer, and
Nobody is paying me. It's just a Facebook. If you have an account with Facebook, come on Facebook with me. And I wanted to make sure parents are, contacting me, because it's very difficult and challenging for me. I would be having some might be not comfortable to by kids joining my Facebook. I'll recommend the parents to please log on, have yourself connected to me as a friend, and then you can open up your Facebook and have your kids watch through your Facebook accounts.
And our friend Ashwaka might ask, you mean next year by September? September is next year, I believe, right?
So I mean next academic year, which starts in September.
September. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, I think that
Now,
was it. Those are the
would
two
you like to
questions.
share? Now we'll come back to our real estate. Zafar has some information which I personally have the honor and pleasure to attend that recent conference or virtual meeting with Zafar's CIBC Bank higher authorities, and they have shared some of the information what the banks are planning and how the banks are looking at this economy and looking at the real estate market in coming days or even recently. Yes, Zafar.
So once again, there's hi everyone, and I'd like to wish CIBC happy 153rd birthday. Today's actually CIBC's birthday, 153rd.
So happy birthday.
And, yeah, so it's not possible for our clients, our family. They made it happen. Today we are 153-year-old. So happy birthday, CIBC. And from there, like Thursday, we were in that conference. There were some great numbers that came through those. A lot of people are still in a little bit of panic mode. We strongly believe there's no need to panic. Currently, there's not enough inventory in Ontario. In Ontario, we only have 20 days worth of inventory. Once this pandemic, COVID is a little bit over, a little bit, once the way we're opening Ontario, second, third stage, once we're open, we're looking at less than 20 days worth of inventory in Ontario. That means that there's people looking to purchase a house and there's not enough inventory. And still currently a lot of people were optimistic about the house purchase price, that price is going to drop, and we're not seeing that. This morning, actually, I was reading one of our articles that there were condos this week that were sold downtown close to $3.5 million. So, if you're thinking the price is going to drop, or because due to COVID-19, prices are not looking to drop. On the other hand, bank has done phenomenal job to help people and ease on mortgage when it comes down to some people who were working in January, February, December. At CIBC, for us, we have helped clients taking their income from there back in January, February, even December, as far back as December. I know some people working from home, some people have cut their hours were cut, full-time employees. But if you've been in the industry for 5-10 years and right now you're not working full-time but you're still working part-time, we're here to help. Our goal is to this is a time for us to work together and support our community, and CIBC is very strong believer in helping one another and helping the community. Last week we talked about thinking about first-time homebuyer program, and what we have come up with is every week in this segment that we're going to go slide by slide, and when we reach the end of the slide, we will discuss the whole point. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share some notes, points that I made this week for us to for first-time home buyers. Just
Sure.
knowing the basics and getting started part of it. So knowing the basic for first-time home buyers, determining whether you're financially ready to purchase a home or not. That's a big step, and this is something that you need to sit back and think about. Whether you're financially ready to purchase a home.
And I believe that this is what I always recommend in my previous programs or previous presentations as well, that I recommend everyone, please do not jump in and just go out tomorrow and sign up an agreement of purchase and sale unless you sit down with an expert. And I recommend my services. Contact me during these lockdowns. My virtual office is open. We can sit down. We can all discuss with your family. Your credit rating is very important. Your income and your down payment, where it is, where it's coming from, where is it now, and how you save this money. All these things are very important to make a decision. Again, I am sorry, I see people just signing up a big agreement or biggest agreement of their life without even consulting anyone, and then they are running around and having a mental stress, and obviously their mental stress cause a lot of other issues within the family and within the society when they are looking for loans of 700, 800 or $1 million, and they don't even know where the down payment is coming from or how they are going to manage, and is there any bank available or willing to approve them.
And that's the biggest challenge. Like when you say down payment, a lot of the clients, down payments, they say they have the down payment, but when you ask, it's not in their bank. In our community, especially, I see the challenge a lot of time when I'm asking where the down payment is. It's not in the bank. So that's another challenge we face when I'm trying to help somebody get their keys to their home. The other next point is knowing how much you can afford and put a saving plan in place. Some people, we need to know how much you can afford. Your lifestyle has to stay almost same or a little bit low. Just because you buy a house doesn't mean you have to be house poor. So you have to plan. Planning is very important part of purchasing a home. If you purchase a home, are you going to be house poor? Some people don't realize, like you said, they purchase a home for $1 million, not knowing that how much the mortgage cost going to be, how much the property tax is going to be. There other comes utilities part of it. How much utilities are there? So I'm sure you see those challenges with real estate dealing with a day-to-day basis. The next point I'm going to mention is for first-time home buyer is taking advantage of the government incentive and resources available for first-time home buyers. Give us a call. Give myself or Mr. a call, and we can walk you through. We have great options for first-time home buyers, but again, you have to plan this through. You can't just jump into it, wake up one morning and decide that I'm going to purchase a home for $1 million, and we're going to go from there. Getting started, learn what to expect when you start looking for a home, and that's where the real estate gurus come into place. Just don't go look at that there's other websites that are there that you just go in and you decide, you pick up a phone and you call them. You want to make sure you have the right person representing you when you're purchasing the biggest purchase of your life. You're making it, and if you don't have the right person in your corner, this could be very painful process. What do you think about that? Would you like?
No, I personally agree that this is very true. That if you are without even consulting anyone, and if you are going out and just purchasing a property and signing up without even finding out, because I normally say that this field is also require a lot of expertise and a lot of knowledge. I'm not saying that the newcomers are not the right people, but on the other side, I say that this has a very complex, complete complex process. It starts from, first of all, start from you as a buyer, how you have been living your life in the past, and what credibility and credit history you have built. If your credit history is not built up, that means that, what can somebody else do? If you come and say that in the past 3 years or 4 years, you have not even prepared yourself, or I would recommend, if you have not even consulted any expert to guide you how the Canadian or Western life is and how the banking system works, how they are going to approve you. I have discussed with many families and friends or clients that if you see, or even you have seen, might be in the beginning days, it's very difficult even to get $1,000 credit card. So there are reasons behind that, banks are not offering you $1,000 or $5,000 credit card. How all of a sudden you, as the same person who is not approved for $5,000 credit card, now go to a bank, and bank is going to give you a $500,000 or $1,000,000 or $700,000 loan? No, it's not going to work like this. There is a criteria. If you don't understand the whole process, and all of a sudden you see those obstacles coming in front of you, and then you complain that this person has done wrong or that person has done wrong, I say that this whole problem has a big sharing from your side, because you never plan, you never discuss with anybody, but you just run outside and said, oh, everybody's buying a house, so I'm just staying home, and I should be just signing up an agreement, and it's very easy process. Or somebody just said, okay, sign up and things will be easy. No, it's not easy. Just simple example is for yourself. Ask yourself a question. When you go to a bank in your early days or even now and ask the bank, can I get a $10,000 credit line? Can I get a $5,000 credit card? If you don't have a proper income proofs, if you don't have a proper source of income to justify those payments which are going to be due once you start using those credits, how you are going to get loan approved for 500 or 700 or $1,000,000? There is a very complex process. Please contact me. I'm open. My office is open virtually. I can set up a Zoom meeting with you and your family, discuss one-on-one your personal needs and your personal budgets. And I do have a buyer's presentation. I do have a selling listing presentation, which I love to share with you. Normally, I can explain you one-on-one every single cost which involve when you're buying a house. It costs, home inspection, then legal cost, and then borrowing cost, and then you have a lot of other land transfer taxes, different, very detailed closing costs, areas which people don't understand, and then they complain or sometimes get upset. Oh, I didn't know. How come I have to pay this money, and lawyer is asking me at the last date, bring this much check, and I was not prepared for this, and there is a $100 or $1,000 or $1,500 or sometimes more, all of a sudden extra, which a realtor or myself has suggested. So it's very important for you to understand the whole process. There's no secrecy. It's everything available on the government sites. But again, I remember my teachers when I was in university, they said if everybody can learn from the books, then we don't need universities. When you don't need schools and colleges, that means you need an expert to explain you the whole thing which is written in the book. You open a book, even a mathematics book, and would you be able to understand what is written in the book, even though they explain all the steps? But you cannot understand. Means you need an expert to explain you the detail. So feel free to call me. And I know that we are coming to a point that at this point we do not like to get it too long. Zafar, anything you like to say for the today's presentation, or should we?
I just, for next week, we will be talking more in depth with, are you financially ready? We will talk about, annual house income, amortization periods, down payments, we'll talk every week. We'll take a little bit, baby step at a time. And then once, we reach the end, and then we'll go through it, we'll put it all together again. But next week, for sure, we will talk about, are you financially ready? And consideration include, what are the considerations that you need to include it to be ready for financial, biggest purchase of your life.
And I always recommend that when is the last time you actually check your own credit? 99% I can say that most of the people don't even bother by looking at their own credit. And they say, oh, you know what, my bank has some special package for me, and they alert me. And then I see many, recently I have seen another family got surprised when they pull up their credit. So I recommend every year, there's nothing wrong with, go to equifax.ca, pay your own 24, I guess 23.99, or that is the amount you have to pay. Pull up your credit report, see and compare with your last year credit report with this year credit report, and see what new activities you see. If you see some lenders or some other banks or some credit lenders have pulled up your credit and you don't even remember them, who they are, call them. There are phone numbers written in front of them. And a lot of time people get surprised when they look at their own credit report. And I hear all the time, my credit is always good. And I ask them, I wanted to see what that good is. Have you seen that good? What is the definition of good in your language? And what is the definition of good in the bank's language is different. So you, sometimes people see the score. Yes, score is good, but not all the time 830s and 840s are a good score. We sometimes call thin score because the lenders shown on your report are very small amounts. So bank says if somebody is giving you $1,000, $1,500 credit card, they don't feel comfortable giving you the big loans. So I strongly recommend keep in touch. Give me a call at 416-571-1163 or visit my website mansoormirza.com or mirzahome.com. Feel free to contact, set up a meeting this week, next week. During these lockdown times, there's a good opportunity for us while we are sitting home. We can discuss in details. I can share my screens. I can show you the first-time home buyers, closing costs, what you need to look at, how you need to proceed, how you need to get ready before you jump into your biggest investment of the life. Anything, Zafar?
Zaid Rajput, I know you have some great questions. After this segment, we will get in touch with you and answer those questions for you. We can't really go. I'm doing screen to screen. I got one Facebook open on the side. I am reading through your questions, and we will get back to you. So yes, you had some great questions. We will get back to you, and next week we will talk about are you financially ready, and we'll go from there. And
thank you very much, Zafar, for taking your time out of your busy schedule again. And I like to once again thank you, our local member, provincial member parliament, Amarjot Sandhu, who joined us in the beginning. He has to attend another meeting at 12:30, and I promised him that I won't keep him long. But he has also presented great support plans and support programs or initiative currently we are seeing from the Ontario government, and which are going to help. And the reason I requested Amarjot to come with us today to have some more information for the viewers, that all these measures which governments are doing are going to impact in our coming days how the economy will move. I personally very much confident that these things will help us and we will come out of these situations very soon. Thank you very much once again. Feel free to contact me at 416-571-1163 or send me a message through mansoormirza.com or mirzahome.com. Once again, thank you very much. And now I'll say Khuda Hafiz and enjoy your day.